Hello, my friends. It's Sherry. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and welcome to hashtag Tag Tuesday. So, yeah, Tag Tuesday is an open collab hosted by me, and everyone's welcome to join in. Just post a YouTube video any Tuesday you would like for any tags you're working on. No prompts, just whatever you want to work on as far as tags go. And be sure to link my channel. And that's pretty much it. If you use that hashtag, then people can search for you. And just please link my channel in your description box so I can know you're part of the collab. So yes, I am working on some what I'm calling tag booklets. Okay, so I'm using this packaging that I got, and here's three that, whoops, whoa, I'm throwing it around. Three that I have finished, and they're the packaging that I got with my little vintage. They look like sewing pattern ladies to me. That's what I don't know if that's what they're called. They're just called vintage ladies, but they look like sewing pattern ladies to me. So this was the packaging on the ones that I got. I have 6 little packaging pieces, and I'm going to use the ladies later in another video making some tags, but I wanted to use this packaging. It's so cute. So I want to go ahead and do something with these. So these I have finished off, and I'll tell you what I did. It's real simple. If you have the same packaging or want to do something like this, you could do this without, with cardstock and, some stickers and things like that. So all I did was I took the packaging, and it had just writing on the back. I put a pretty paper on the back of each one, so I'll show you that real quick. This is bluish gray on this color, and I put this on the back. This one is a gold with a green dress lady, and so some pretty gold paper on the back of that one. This is the pink one. Pretty pink flowery, kind of a pastel, almost watercolor type paper, looking paper. This is the black one, and the ones I still have to finish. That's the paper on the back of this one. This is a burgundy one. This lady's got big burgundy flowers, it looks like, on her dress. Here's the back of this one. And this is a green one. Really cute. And there's the back of that one. So for these 3 that I've finished, and all of them, I've already put paper in there. So I put 2 strips of paper from my scrap box and sewed it down the middle. So it is sewn down the middle here. And then when I kind of just, this kind of progressed as I went along, because I at first just thought I was going to make tags with a little topper and, open it up and you can write in here and, on here the packaging. But then I decided to put pages in here. So when I sewed them in, I noticed I didn't really like the way the stitching looked up here. It's just a straight stitch, but it just didn't look so pretty. So I covered the top of them all with a little piece of fabric that matched the color. And so like this one, let's see, let me show you this one first. So this blue one, I did these 2 first, and I noticed, see, there's a hole right here in the top of this packaging. There was one in the back too. And there was a little ribbon on there when I got that package. So I took all the little white ribbons off. They're like these cheapy little white ribbons. And I can use them in something else, but I didn't want to use them on here. So anyway, a little piece of fabric over the top to cover up that stitching. And then I made a little bow here, but my point of pointing out the hole was my glue for the bow was going through the hole. So I put a little piece of paper right there on the inside of all of them, except for the first 2 that I did, because I did the first 2, and then I noticed the glue, of course, I should have known it would go through the hole and try to glue my pages together and my cover to my papers here. So on these 2, I had put paper right on the first page here too, because it got glue on there, and so I covered it up with just a piece of paper, and everything was fine and dandy on those. And to avoid that, on the third and the rest of these, I put a piece of paper there. So yeah, if you have the same packaging and you want to do this, that's just how things developed as I went along here. And then I added a matching bow to each of the tops. I mean, after I covered up the hole or whatever I did on the first 3, I added a little bow for my tag booklet topper. So these are done. So I wanted to just, show you some finished ones so you can see what I'm doing. And so now I thought we could finish these up together. So I've already got my paper in there. I even have my little paper over the hole. And this one I put a piece of fabric over the top. And so I'm about to put a piece of fabric over the top of this one and the black one. So I have, let's see, I made a little bow for the green one already. I just need to cut a little piece of fabric to go over the top. So all of the fabric except for these two strips I have in a little thick drawer where I have some tags that I made tags out of tassels out of these, but these were some leftovers, so I have some leftover strips of fabric that I've torn that I'm going to finish off and make into more tassels, but I just haven't done that yet. So I couldn't find in my scrap box, I couldn't find any black or burgundy scrap fabric to use on these tags, so I went into my tassel scrap drawer which is going to be future tassels, but I just needed a little piece of fabric, like a little strip like this, so I went into there and found the perfect colors, I think. So, and this was a cute little scrap that I've had. It was something that I cut up, and it's vintage. It's my aunt gave me this fabric a long time ago, and she is no longer alive, but she liked to sew and craft and things like that. And one time I went to her house and she gave me this fabric. So that was in Florida a long time ago. So it was before I moved to North Carolina. So that was, and I moved to North Carolina in 2000. So it was a very long time ago. But I think she passed away after I moved up here. But when she lived in Florida, we would go visit her, my parents and us. And even after I got married, I went to visit her with my parents. And she was very special to our family. But she liked to craft. And she, whoops, wait a minute. What is happening here? Okay, I have an extra piece of fabric on there. But yeah, she gave me this fabric, and she made, I remember I liked frogs, and she made a frog for me. And she gave me some fabric, and she gave me a frog pattern, so I could make frogs. So, anyway, fun. She was a fun aunt. And yeah, she was actually my great aunt, too. She was my great aunt. So she was like my grandma, kind of like my second grandma, third grandma, whatever. This is kind of different fabric, so this is not sticking that well, but I think it will in the long run. Okay, there we go. I think I got enough on there. So we'll let that dry for a minute. I already have fabric on the burgundy one, so let's do the black one. Just getting glue all over my fingers. I've got this black fabric here with tiny white polka dots. So I think that'll be real pretty on this black one. Let me measure a little bit here. I was measuring on all the other ones except for that green one because it was a weird shaped piece of fabric that I had there, the scrap. So I just kind of cut a piece out of that all willy-nilly. So I think this is good. This is straight. Let me see. Let me just see if I can straighten that up a little bit, and then we'll glue her down and see how the black one comes out. So yeah, I can't wait to use the little ladies to make something with, but I wanted to just, I didn't want to put the packaging. I put the little ladies away, but I didn't put the packaging away because I figured I would, do something with this first and then work with the little lady stickers. So that'll be next sometime soon. And okay, there we go. See, it just goes over the top a little bit on this side. Really super cute, I think. All right, now we got all our fabric. Okay, so I already made my green bow here. I'm using Fabri-Tac to glue on the bows. Just a little dot on the top here. And see how this holds down this weird fabric. I don't know what this fabric is, but that my aunt gave me, but I like the color. It's like the little polka dots are go so well with this, I thought, oh, I have to use this. Why not, right? If I can get it to glue down. There was another one. Oh, this little bow was a little difficult to glue down, but I think it's dry and I think it's on there. And so now this one, I just kind of held it for a few seconds and then let it go. I might put a little clip on there. You know what? I think I'll grab a little clip so I don't have to hold it. Let me see. Just 1 second. Got them right behind me here. Little binder clips. We can put one on there. There we go. It's even green. Let me put it down on there. Okay. I don't want to mess up my bow up. Okay, we'll let that dry. And then, so now I need a burgundy bow and a black bow. So I got this for the black. So let's tie a little bow. The small bows are a little hard to tie, but I just gotta go with it. And I think the other one I turned it around too because it cut. You know how one side comes out inside out, and then I just turned it around. Like, you can't be inside out, so you need to turn around. Show yourself right side out. Yeah, I just turned. That's what I did before on that one of the other ones. I just turned it around. Once I got the little loop through, that worked out fine. There we go. Get it straightened out there since I turned it around. And then, of course, this is too long. This is curling up a little bit. Okay, so let's cut this off and see what she looks like. There we go. Let's see, this side's a little bit bigger than that side, so let's pull this back through a little bit, make them the same size on this side. That looks good. Let's see. Okay. All right, so let's glue this down. Yep, everything's ready for gluing here. Got my hole covered up so I don't glue my cover to my pages. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I didn't think of that. I didn't think the glue would go through there for some reason. I guess I didn't think I was getting that much glue on there where it would go through the hole, but it did. It did go through the hole. Oh, that looks really pretty. I like that. Look how pretty. Okay, yeah, they all have to be held down a little bit so they can catch. And I'm going to get another clip. Get a bigger one this time. Okay, so I'll hold that one down, let that one dry. And then the burgundy is this black, kind of a buffalo check, black and burgundy. So let's tie a little bow with this one. Trying not to waste the fabric, you know what I mean? As far as cutting off too much in the end. So again, now I usually turn it around before I put the bow through, but these are so small. You know, I turn it around as I'm putting it through so it doesn't come out wrong side out. But these are so small, it's a little hard to do that, so I'm just turning it around once I get it through there. See, now it's right side out. Just fix it. Once it's through. Okay, and pull it tight, but then I'm going to make it smaller because that's way too big. I just want the little knot to be tight. So it's still not tight though. Let me do that again. Okay, now she's tight. Now she's tight. Okay, and then I got to turn this little tail around so it's facing the right way and cut this one off. Let's see, I got glue all over my fingers. Let's see, I always try to cut it the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Now, is she too big? I think this loop is a little bit bigger than the other one. Gotta have even loops, right? You know that if you watch my channel, you know whenever I do bows, I'm pretty fussy with them. I just want them to look nice. That's all. Is that asking too much? Okay. I think we might need to cut it a little bit more, but let's see how she looks. Beautiful. Okay, let's glue this one on. We might trim it up a little bit, but let's go ahead and get it glued down. Still fussing, aren't I? Yeah, this one's a little bit too long here still. All right, let me cut this off a little bit more. See, this one's curling up too, so still, it just needs a little bit of a, see, it's going up this way, so I need to cut it this way. There we go. I think that'll be good. And I'll grab this other clip that I put on the green one. That should be dry enough to stay. And I can put this one on here for a minute. Let that dry. Okay. Okay, so this one's dry. And we'll put that with that, or not dry, but it's dry enough to stay on there. And then the black one, let's see how that one's doing. Yep, she's on there. Good, good. Okay, so that was it. I hope you liked that little project using up packaging, paper scraps, and fabric scraps. So awesome project to use up a few scraps. And we did all of these pretty tag booklets. Let me move this out of the way so you can see them better. And we'll look at them all for a second here. We did 6. So I think they're really cute with all their matching papers and bows and everything. And then here's the last one. Let me move my paper cutter. We have more room. And here's the last one. I got a little glue on her. Let me get that off of there before it dries too much and I can't get it off. Yeah, this is a little bit of a slick surface, so I was able to get that Fabri-Tac right off of there. So that's good. Good for that. Okay. All right. Let's see if she's dry enough. Yep, she's on there. Okay. So super cute, right? I'll flatten them down. I'll put them in my little ephemera box, and they will be held together. So by the time I use them, I can stick them in a pocket and or a tuck spot, and they'll be ready to go. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the use of the packaging in my little vintage lady packaging here. And I will see you in my next video. Have a great day and happy crafting.